In this video, we are finally back on the GSA, for we have a brand new alternator to fit. This video is sponsored by Havens Wills and Estates. So check the link in the description below, show them some love, because they effectively purchased the alternator for this car, and I'm very grateful. Thank you to the team at Havens Wills and Estates. It's nice to do sponsorship by a company you've never heard of. I like that very much. But this is either going to be really simple or an utter pig of a job.
We haven't used any fateful words and we're not going to use them.
No, we're not.
We'll use those when we're done.
This is not going to be a quick and easy 10-minute job. This is going to take at least 14 hours. Is that all right?
No, you still said it.
No, I said it's not going to take.
But you still said it,
No.
which infers you think it might be.
It could be. Let's open the bonnet to start with.
Can I put this down?
Yeah, so all we've got to do is get this massive alternator in this tiny gap down here. Come look, come look, come look. So yeah, this is going to be exciting. So yeah, this alternator needs to fit in there.
I see why you brought me along, my love.
Yeah, because the fun bit is the fan belt is still in place. The fan belt was in place behind the fan, and we've somehow got to hook it onto the pulley. Yeah.
And the reason that we're doing this is because option B is to basically take the front off the car.
So take the entire front end off the car, and we may yet get there, but I really don't want to go there.
No.
Because in theory it's quite simple. You remove the headlamps, I think you remove the bumper, and then the entire front panel can come off.
Practically French.
In reality, yeah, you just one seized bolt away from complete and utter disaster.
So this gap here.
That gap there, yes. It's not much of a gap, is it?
No, and I am
No.
a little concerned that looks bigger than the old alternator.
We'll just have to see how it goes, dear.
Yep, well, yes, there is nothing else we can do, really.
No.
By the way, it's the first cold day in ages, hence the 50 million layers.
Yeah, beautiful though.
It's beautiful.
This is like the only beautiful day this week, and we were like, well, this is it. We have to get on with it. And it's so beautiful. I'm fantastically and artistically silhouetted. But yeah, we need to get Giselle going, because Ellie's stuck behind, and Miss Daisy is stuck behind again. And yeah, we need to think about getting Bella out and Bob, and yeah.
Myrtle, actually, we wanted to stick over.
Myrtle does need to come out. I've got reasons to get Myrtle out.
Yeah, there's a little plan somewhere.
Yeah, but the problem is, yeah, it's always the question of taxing them. But hey,
but
we'll
I just
cross that
felt a
bridge when we
real
come to it.
pang when we came in and Bella and Bob are here. They need to come out.
They do need to come out. Yes. Right. Let's have a go then. I mean, it just basically seems impossible.
Let me know when you need small hands. Trying to see if
Need big hands first to try and get this bloody thing in here. Yeah, this feels impossible.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
So you worked out where all the cables and connections need to go?
Vaguely.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know. I mean, if the carburettor wasn't in the way, it'd be easy. But the carburettor,
Is this going to become
as with so many Citroens, seems to have bolts you can't actually get at.
Is this going to become a fun game of car dissection?
It might have to.
Oh, no.
And this car was comprehensively rebuilt in 2017, so it would have had the front panel off. But nonetheless, it's not fun times. You get this first go, I'll be so upset.
I mean, the thing is, can we get it in, rotate it and rotate it back?
I think it was rotated a certain way to get out in the end.
I think so, and that's what I think needs to
I
happen.
can't remember how I did it.
To go in. You should have filmed yourself.
Yeah, should have.
What have we got going on down?
But I didn't want to end up with hours of footage of just this. You see? You see the problem here?
Alternator wiggling.
Yeah. So we're making a start on trying to get the entire front end off. It's already turning into a farce. Because French... No, there's nothing else. Oh no, there it is. Right, okay.
Have you got
You're
your
going to
one
put
on
your finger through a hole in the inner wing to ping a little plastic
She's going to
clip
cut me. She's going to
to
cut
then
me.
get the indicator side light unit out. Marvellous.
Okay, which hole did you stick your finger in?
Hello, where are you connected? Yeah, we took the lens off. You don't have to take the lens off, it turns out, but you might want to clean those up a bit.
Yes.
Yes.
Which finger did you stick your hole did you stick your finger in?
How rude.
Only in the mind that received it, as opposed to the mind that...
It's in the inner wing.
Ah, right, I think we've got a large hole. Okay.
It is a large hole. You can get your fingers right in. And then just have a feel around until the magic happens.
I can feel a nut.
Oh.
I think I might be in the wrong hole.
Yeah. You don't want to be in the wrong hole.
Okay, how? Oh, yeah. Oh, hang on. I've got. Ah, yes. Those little clips there.
Then we just got wire there, wire there, wire there. That one's off as well.
Yummy.
That one wasn't fitting very well, so we'll have a
No,
look
it
at
wasn't. It's not. It was sitting kind of out at the front.
that. Yeah.
And now
I'm pretty sure we've still got the issue of headlamps. I don't know if you can take the front panel off.
What
without
makes
the
you think
headlamps.
we've still got the issue of headlamps? Is that because they're still in the car?
It might be.
Oh, subtle.
Let's disconnect the headlamp so we know that's done. Pull the plug off
Just
the back.
pull the plug?
Yeah.
Ow! Excuse my language. Ow!
That was fruity.
Oof.
Yeah,
got me.
I think let's see if we can get away with not doing it. We've now got access to all these bolts along the bottom. So let's whip
So we're
those
going to take the
bolts
front
out.
of the car. Or
Yeah,
might
and
need
these screws.
something on that. That was quite an impact.
Oh, let's have a look.
Well, I'll put it away and hope it does.
Oh, okay.
Same
I mean, that works as well.
Same thing.
But we need these big screws to come out. That's going to need a bigger thing.
Gonna need
This
a
is
bigger
my
screw
concern. These
Those
screws
look
here.
nicely homed, don't they?
Yep. Right. Oh, there we go. Like I say, this has been a part before. I think if you had a GSA where the front end had not been off in recent years, you'd think twice about doing this. Oh, hello, that's spinning. What's on the bottom of it? A nut. I'm going to say that's an 11mm. Did it fall out? No, of course it didn't fall out. It fell into the abyss. So we've got the row bolts out along the front, but it's still very much held in place. I found a bolt that's horrible to get out on the inside, holding this to the wing. But there is another bolt just up there, which we can't get to with a headlamp in. And the headlamps don't want to come out.
I have my hand in a mysterious hole.
Okay. What you're going to do in your own spare time is up to you.
No, underneath the headlamp. And there's a fixture that's coming down from the headlamp. And a bolt. But where's the back of that? There. Oh, okay. That might be it.
No, that's just another metal stud. You got a metal stud with a ball on the end, which goes into a plastic cup.
Yes.
Yes.
But is that not what's holding it? Because it feels like it is. That feels.
Yeah, it is. That's another plastic cup. I think you've probably got 3 of them, one at the bottom and then one each side. And I don't know how you get them out without breaking stuff. I don't know if that's how you're meant to do it, but that's how I did it. We have a headlamp out. Marvellous.
Is it intact?
It's intact. Yeah, there's these little clippy things that go on the back. I think that maybe is how you're meant to do it, but I've got one of the clippy things. Oh.
Oh!
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I've done that.
That's not what you're doing.
That's what I've done now.
Where's your little pinchers?
Where's the third one gone? We might never see that one again.
Okay, let's try this tactic then.
That's what I've just done.
You did not! Where are your pinchers?
That's what I've just done, girlfriend.
You did not.
You can do it with this one now. Just twist that like that. That's easy when you know how. They're not like the hands at all, it turns out.
I distinctly told you to twist that. You never listen to me. I said it seems like that twists. Nope. Nope, doesn't, girlfriend. Nope.
Oh, that one doesn't at the bottom. Don't you know the one you least can get at?
Yeah, of course.
That one doesn't want to do that.
Do you want me to go for the one?
No, I got it. Ow! That was a strange feeling. Oh! Through my finger. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, yep, and we lost the bobble again. Into the car.
Yeah, so what I'm failing to demonstrate to you is that these clips go on the back and then twist in like so, and that's what holds them in place. I didn't know that. It doesn't mention that in the Haynes manual at all.
I distinctly told you I thought that was what happened.
I thought you were on about the screwy adjuster bit.
No, and I told you it wasn't.
Oh, Looks like I'm in trouble. Now we've got access
Winning.
to these front bolts. And hopefully they are all that remains between us and glorious, glorious access. How we get all this back on again, I have no idea.
I'll just do the same process in reverse. That's what you usually say.
Yes, yes. But you know, as a child growing up, you soon learn that everything is lies.
Oh, God. No, that's not true.
Yeah.
No, it isn't.
But yeah, what isn't a lie is having a sponsor. So thank you, Haven Wills and Estates. They offer financial services and stuff, obviously. And I think I quite like the idea of doing more of these sponsored videos, not with huge games companies or food supplement folk or VPN providers.
We are extremely grateful because plan B was that we restore the alternator or fix the
Yeah, I
alternator.
would still like to do a video doing that.
Yeah.
But I noticed, I mean, effectively all I've done is paid for an already refurbished alternator. It's not a brand new alternator.
No. Oh, it's going to be interesting when we get the alternator in to get this back on because it's going to be a very tight space.
Yeah, I'm trying not to think about that there.
Okay, we're not thinking about that.
I'm not thinking about that. I'm not thinking about how these bolts seem to have the longest, finest thread known to man. They'll take about 6 years to undo. We're not thinking about that either.
Okay, what else are we not thinking about?
There we go, check that in the pot of randomness. Your side.
Okay.
So yeah, if you've got a smallish company that you would like promoting by way of a shout out in a video, drop me an email, ian@hubnut.org, and we'll see what we can do.
We'll just laugh at
We are talking considerably less budget than those bigger companies are paying. Oh, I'm still trying to pretend I'm not absolutely full of cold.
I'm loving these access holes for everything.
Yeah.
You're so ungrateful, Ian. Like, they've given you many access holes.
Yeah, but all I want is an access hole here. Imagine you just had a little removable panel there. You'd be like, oh, this is simple. Incidentally, this is what you have to do if you want to do the cam belts as well.
This
The
is
entire
what,
front end.
just haven't done a little bit of research. This is what you have to do if you need to do lots of things on this car. So that's fun.
Yep. Yes, I got confused with these because I thought there was a cup. I think there probably still is a cup. Maybe there isn't. Is that the adjuster? Yeah, I'm entirely wrong. Absolutely 100% wrong. But we know that. Note to self, listen to Miss Hubnut sometimes. Not all the times, because she has controversial thoughts on crockery.
A big thank you to Steph for my latest addition to the
Oh,
collection.
shall I put that photo in?
Don't you dare.
Do I dare? Ooh.
You're going to dare, aren't you?
I'm probably going to dare. Bing!
Well, I made Stephanie's day with that face, so it's all good.
Yeah, it's all Steph's fault. But yeah, it's so good at the weekend to see people, friends again at the show.
And meet new folks as well.
Lots of new folk.
Old folks. That's the weird thing with having online connections, isn't it?
Yeah, you had a little, there's a women drivers group.
Yes, there is. There is
Had their
indeed.
first little actual
We should
meetup.
put a little linky
Linky
thing
link.
up. Because it's a brilliant space and it's growing. Because we went to the women's meet whenever that was, and that was superb. And there was a great group of women. And then on the weekend there was different women again, and that was just wonderful.
Yeah, it's just really good. But yeah, it's lovely to see this little women's community sort of building up.
The big thing for me on the weekend, which I thought was really lovely, was that when people were aware that we were having that gathering, they were coming to take photos.
Yeah.
Particularly the Gay Classic Car Club were coming over.
Gay Classic Car Group.
Sorry. I knew it's GCCG, isn't
Yeah.
it? That's the budget. But yeah, it was just lovely to have that support as well, to know we're not alone in this.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the hope is that one day such clubs and groups won't be required.
No.
But for now, yeah, it's just nice that you have your little safe space.
And I think the problem is there's an element of fear because people think that we just want to take over the world.
Yeah.
What was that comedy back in the 80s about the worm has turned?
Oh yeah.
I
Two Ronnies.
just had a flashback to that. That's not what we're looking for.
No,
We're
not
looking
at all.
for equity. We want to be just considered equals, not to be asked if it's our dad's car or our husband's car, or, you know, get a weird look when you say you swapped an engine and that kind of stuff, or if you rock up and you're going to change somebody's tyre and they're like, oh, it's a woman.
Photo, the wiring next. We're going to have to pull the wiring through before we go next phase.
Okie dokie. Yeah, I'll give you
in
that
the
one.
pot of randoms. Oh, these are
Lovely.
lovely oily pots. Bolts rather.
So, okay.
So
So this wiring just here.
yeah, just make sure the
needs to
sleeves
go
don't pull
back
off as they go through.
Okay.
Remember, red was the side light, blue is the indicator, and I think this little clippy doodad is
that's
the
going to be a bit tight. Oh, there we go. Done.
Right, how are we looking now?
Should slide out. Oh, it actually does. Well, we're not
Well.
there. Hang on. There's this cable, whatever this is.
Oh, hello. Who are you? Oh, it's the bonnet release. Ah. Hello, it's decided it likes it there.
Everything is oily.
Right. That's the downside of getting the car coated in waxy stuff to protect it from
you
rust.
get covered in it as well.
Yeah. And
Shemmy's next for that treatment.
Where's that hole? Ooh. Oh, there's a rubber grommet in there. Okay.
Yes.
I think that rubber grommet's going to have to come out, or it won't.
Or we put that part to the side if we
There we
got it. Oh no, we're good, we're good. Oh, this is exciting.
Must remember to connect that before closing the bonnet, or we're in all manner of trouble.
hang on. There, just slight manoeuvring.
Oh yeah, there we go. Oh hey! Oh, got another clip. Oh, it's just a cable tie.
Very odd.
Bear with me, folks.
You're not quite as beautiful like this, Giselle.
No, she's a little more functional, isn't she?
Yeah.
There we go. Right. Let's get that off. So, to get at the top bolt on the alternator, there's a handy access hole somewhere. Oh no, the access hole is still in the front panel down there. Okay. So yeah, there's a hole.
So we're not going from above.
Through there.
We're going.
No, we're still going in from above.
Still going in from above.
Yeah, let's try and move this entire
Okay, because
wiring
my
thing out
slight
of the way.
concern is that hole still the same size.
It isn't though, because we had that metal thing there.
Okay.
So this should
Okay.
this should be easy.
5 minutes.
I'll say
Oh, it's over.
Where's the alternator? There's the alternator.
Where's my workshop gloves?
Need the electrical plug at the top, I think.
Are we recording?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still horrible. But can we reach that now?
What are we after?
Well, if we could pivot this adjuster out the
I know
way,
the adjuster is
life
the
would be
problem.
so much easier. But really don't want to have to take the carburetor off. But I'm starting to wonder. Ow! Right, disconnect that thing so we can put that over there. Take this off. Oh, that looks dirty. That's probably because we still haven't got the breather problems solved. 2 8mm down there. Right, let's take more things apart.
Okay. Okay, so we have discovered it will go in the wrong way round, but not the right way round. So you're now taking off the carburetor, aren't you?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what that little doodad wire
It's not
is.
where we want it to be. If we could just move that little handle, we'd be away, but we cannot.
I think I'm going to try and see if we can get away with not removing the carburetor entirely.
Just give some manoeuvring room.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
Because there's all manner of connections and cables and whatnot.
I love these little helpful working holes.
Yeah.
Just put your hand in there. I won't cut you to shreds.
Yeah,
okay,
honest.
Giselle.
I think ultimately this could be why this car ends up leaving the fleet. It's just because this, every job turns into torment.
Well, you're not selling it by
Sorry, no, it's a lovely car to work
Oh my
on.
god, it's so
Please
easy.
get in touch with your best offer. Look at all the connections connected is the problem, but that is a push on onto a...
It's difficult
Thing.
because she is the most beautiful. and
Oh yeah. Oh, there we go. That's all we need.
She is the most beautiful, but she is hard work. But I suppose, you know, that's the payoff, isn't it?
Not this way, right way around.
Do you know what, when Mini Hubnut gets older, and I'm sure he's going to be quite happy to tinker, but I suspect there's one part of the car he's not going to touch. Having experienced the Rover 75 alternator.
Oh, that can't be right, that doesn't fit at all. Oh!
Oh!
Oh, that was a thing. Yeah.
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 Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh! That is where it needs to be.
Okay, don't touch it.
But we haven't got the belt on. pulley is up there.
Okay, so what do I do? What do I need to do?
It might have to be me because I think it's going to need the length of my fingers.
Okay.
Anyway, I'd be very interested to know your thoughts. This is more interesting than Kitch changing a light bulb on a Citroen C6.
You can't be started that on the internet.
I would have thought that was amazing. I mean, it was like an 18-minute video of him changing a bulb.
I loved it. But I think Kitch's claim to fame at the moment is the whole handbrake situation when stopped.
Yeah.
That seems to be having a lot of traction on online.
A lot of traction. Is that a Citroen joke?
It wasn't an accidental Citroen joke.
Okay. Why aren't you going home? Oh.
Dust.
I'm going to need 14 mil.
Okay.
Why is that absolutely maxed out? Have we actually got that hooked on the belt? No. No, we haven't.
What's wrong?
The belt's come off.
Okay.
And the belt has got itself wedged somewhere.
Oh, lovely. That's a win.
Lovely. This car, it's just a gift that keeps on giving, folks.
Okay.
This video must now be about 400 hours long.
No, because we've been editing out the bits where you were swearing quite a lot.
It's only a little bit.
Oh, really?
Oh no.
What?
Oh, that's really bad.
Oh, what?
The fan belt's got pinched behind the 14 mil bolt.
Oh.
Which wouldn't happen if there was bloody access to it.
Is that the big bolt?
That's the big bolt that I had to tap home because it didn't want to move.
Yeah, I know the one.
I think that's
Do
probably
you think
why.
it didn't move because it trapped a belt?
It's entirely possible.
That's possible.
Probably mullered the fan belt now. Oh, I'm going to have to take the nut off, back it all the way off. You can see why the BX was such a revelation, really, can't you, with its sensible Peugeot engines that actually just worked.
All the Citroen fans, it's a bit like when you say I don't believe in fairies, they've all just keeled over.
Yep. But that was the big difference. The BX was conventional. And well, not everything is easy on a BX. You can go and watch up and down's videos for that. I think things are generally easier. Oh yeah, that goes right through then.
I gotta laugh because if we ever end up with a BX, will you swear and curse at it?
Probably.
Probably.
I apologise for the belching. I think I have a strong case of acid indigestion, which I think is mostly caused by this car. So because Hubnut cable tie, can I thread that in and loop it around the belt to try and help me get it on the pulley? That did not work. I don't think this is going to work. Well, we got there in the end. I had to take the big bolt back out again. Now we've put it back in, making sure it's not pinching the belt on its way through. And now I can put tension on the belt.
Yeah, that's moving.
So now I've lost the big bolt for its tension bolt.
Do we get celebratory lunch?
Oh, we might do. I know usually I'm like, no, we must save the pennies. But we haven't been to Popty Cake for ages.
We haven't, and
because we haven't deserved to, because we haven't been up here.
I totally deserve it. No.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yeah, it's been great fun trying to get a belt on a pulley when you can't see anything. Last big tinkering was Shemmy, really, wasn't it?
Yeah. That took some getting over, to be fair.
It did. Cars on the road, that's it. Let's never touch a car again.
I must say, though, I'm so pleased. I'm proud of us for doing that.
I'm really proud of us
The
doing
entire internet pretty much was telling us, you're stupid, what are you doing?
that. I know.
Okay, I think it's about there.
No, but actually, on the weekend when we were at the show, people were like, oh, you guys did really well with that. I'm like, thank you. She's got a check engine light on now, but thank you.
And that's the most difficult thing is keeping going, even though you're getting a sea of negativity. Going, what are you doing? Why are you spending all this money on a worthless old
Scrap
banger?
that car, but she brings me so much joy. I
Brings
love
me
her.
so much joy. It's a lovely car to drive. Where's our 11 mil? Is that it?
And as much as the Hublets grumble, she will be a great learner car for them as well.
Yeah, such a forgiving car. And you have been driving a fair amount. Obviously, we're not videoing it because we're focusing on you learning to drive.
No,
rather
I'm
than making
driving
content.
most days, whether it's small like coming up here or whether it's a big one like going to Cardigan or Aberystwyth. I'm doing it. I might, maybe I'll drive to Carmarthen.
Ooh, that'd be a good test.
That'd be terrifying. No, it won't be terrifying. I'm trying not to think about things that are scary.
I need about 20 extensions now, don't I, to get
lovely.
on because you have to go through the fan housing to get to the 14mm. So yeah, I'm sorry for the snuffles, folks. It's still not in great shape.
Lurgy. We're recovering from another lurgy.
I don't think it is another lurgy. I think it's just
No,
the
I
same
mean,
one
it's the
refusing to
second
go away.
one.
Yeah, we had COVID and now we got colds.
Yeah.
So yeah, great times. Oh yeah, alternator went round. There we go. Well, I think you join us at a momentous stage. I think it is going to be, let's give it a go time. Where's the positive battery clamp gone? That's the negative. There's the positive. So, ooh. Didn't like the look of that.
Why would she have sparked like that?
Because we f***ed something up on the wiring.
Okay, that's not the word she was on the video.
No.
Did you earth it?
Balls. We've just blown the bloody alternator again. Because the wiring is different between the two. I bet it's this one that's wrong. I've just killed a 250 quid alternator. Fucking hell.
I'm sure you haven't.
That won't reach where it needs to go, if that's where it's from. Anyway, just touch a negative to the thing and hopefully it won't be sparky this time.
You want me to touch it?
Put the negative clamp back on. Okay, so we definitely not got any sparky now. Doesn't look like that's live. Oh, no it is. Yeah, so I just tried shorting that out.
Should I take negative off?
It's meant to go to there. I can't get it there.
To where?
This point
that
here.
Screw?
Yeah. So this wire here is the problem. Stupid old me didn't actually check the voltage. It's live 12 volts. It isn't at the moment. I've got it disconnected again. But I think it should reach this point here on the back, but it doesn't reach that point, and it can't reach that point. So I am a bit stuffed at the moment. The alternator can't go in any other way. It only goes in that way, adjust to that side, and the main structure on this side for the big bolt. So yeah, it doesn't fit. No, we can't be ending this one on the negative. Tim has popped over. Sorry, we didn't film it. Flying visit, and he had his young daughter with him. So trying to entertain the child and work on the car. Interesting times, but Tim somehow manages it. And we discovered this. I mean, we know this is 12 volt live, but you can actually reroute this. It was kind of buried all the way down here, following the line of the starter motor. But it looks like we can reroute this wire rather than having to extend it. I thought we'd have to extend it, and then it'll reach this point down here. We've got the power off at the moment, but that's where it should be, along with this yellow wire. We don't know what any of this does. We were trying to look at the wiring diagram in here. It makes no sense whatsoever. French wiring rarely does. So I think what I'm going to do is just slacken off this bolt so I can change the position of this cable, and I'll try and thread it in another way to get to that port on the back of the alternator, and then we'll see if that works, and we will also see if it gets rid of the warning light. So interesting times ahead. Well, there we are. I've rerouted the wire, so it's going around the back of the carburettor here, and need to make sure that isn't going to interfere with the cable, throttle cable. I may have to tie that down somehow, but for testing purposes we'll give it a go and see if this actually works. Spoiler alert, we did actually quickly start her just to make sure while Tim was still here, but let's see if I squeeze in, see what lights come on. Absolutely none, because I haven't connected the battery back up, because sensibly, as I have learnt the hard way, you always disconnect the battery when you're working on an alternator. So hopefully that'll be a good enough connection just for testing purposes. I don't want to tighten it up fully because we'll be disconnecting it again once we're done. Oh, so in we go. Set a bit of choke. Battery light is there as we expect. And look at that, the battery light has gone out. Bit lumpy, she is still cold, but that does appear to be working, which is yeah, mightily impressive. We'll get the battery charge meter out, we'll just check she's charging. There we go. 14 volts, rev her up a bit. That's what you want to see. Nice steady 14 volts. So the battery seems to have survived. That's good times. The alternator seems to have survived my wiring moment. I didn't tell him, I just didn't tell him. But yeah, that did happen. And what he thinks is triggering it is, we think this is the connection for the charge light. This one kind of fell out, and even now the connection is not exactly superb, but nonetheless it appears to be good enough for the car to run. Mildly hypnotic, isn't it? So after so many months out of action, Giselle is actually back. Obviously still got a ways to go, we've got to rebuild the entire front end yet until we're actually finished on this job. But here she is sitting there, she's charging up her own battery. That has to be considered a result. So we do get a happy ending. I was starting to think we weren't going to get a happy ending, but thanks to Tim and his expertise as ever, yeah, he has saved the day. And hopefully soon he will be able to save the day for Whiteland Restorations as well. Tim is fast becoming our local mechanical hero, because I mean, Lewis knows a bit about cars, I know a bit about cars, but I don't think either of us would call ourselves mechanics, certainly not to Tim's level of expertise. So yeah, happy moment, happy moment. Incidentally, Miss Hubnut gone back home, things to do. We popped home after lunch, but then Tim was able to come out straight away. And yeah, I'm very pleased about this. So yeah, next video we'll get her button back up again. Probably not going to be until after Easter. We'll get a Taxton back on the road, and hopefully some of the other cars as well. And let's hope we get a few more days like this, eh? Marvellous. So thank you very much for watching, and don't forget you can head to the Hubnut store and get lovely merchandise. We've got Giselle Because French t-shirts, hoodies, stickers, all available at the Hubnut store. We now got Bella t-shirts in green. People were asking about those. They're now available on the Hubnut store, as well as all the usual stuff, hats and whatnot. My hat likes to rotate, I'm discovering. So yeah, thank you very much, and we'll see you in a future video. Farewell.